You take them for your bones, for your energy, for your heart. But what if the very vitamins you trust are quietly working against you? Today we'll uncover 5 popular supplements that seniors over 60 should never take blindly. Because when the body changes, so does the way it processes what you give it. And number 3, it's in nearly every multivitamin, yet it can dangerously interfere with common heart medications. After 60, your body becomes less forgiving. Your liver clears slower, your kidneys filter differently, your blood reacts to even small shifts in chemistry. That's why some supplements, once safe, can now act like hidden toxins. In this video, we'll walk through 5 vitamins you must double check, and what to do if you're taking one of them right now. Number 1, vitamin D. He just wanted to protect his bones, and like many others, he believed vitamin D was a smart, safe place to start. Harold was doing everything right. He ate his vegetables, walked 20 minutes a day, took his medications on time, and every morning, without fail, he swallowed 2 soft gels of vitamin D3 because someone once told him it was good for bones. He never thought much about it. It was just routine. But after 2 months, something felt off. He started waking up more tired than usual. His appetite dipped. His blood pressure rose, slowly, then suddenly. One scan led to another, and then the doctor said something Harold never expected. Your kidneys are overloaded with calcium. It didn't make sense. He wasn't taking calcium pills, just vitamin D. That's when the pieces started falling into place. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium. That's its job. But after 60, your kidneys don't clear calcium the way they used to. So, when you add large doses of vitamin D, 5,000 or even 10,000 IU daily, your system keeps pulling calcium from food and supplements, but has nowhere to put the extra. The excess doesn't just vanish, it builds in arteries, in joints, in kidneys, like pouring water into a sponge that's already full. The result? A slow, silent strain on the organs that regulate your body's mineral balance. And if left unchecked, it can snowball into arterial stiffness, kidney stones, and dangerous heart rhythm problems. Harold didn't know any of this. He thought he was helping himself, but his body had changed, and his supplement routine hadn't. The solution wasn't complicated, just smarter. He got a blood test. His vitamin D level was nearly triple the healthy range. He reduced his dose to 1,000 IU a day, and he stopped stacking D from his multivitamin, juice, and morning pills without thinking. Within weeks, the pressure eased, his energy returned, and he felt lighter, not just physically, but in the quiet confidence that comes from understanding your body again. Because sometimes, it's not that you're taking the wrong vitamin, you're just taking too much of the right one, in a body that processes things differently than it used to. Have you ever taken vitamin D without checking your calcium levels? Comment D3 dose if that made you pause. 2. Vitamin K. She didn't change her meds, she didn't miss a dose. She just wanted to take care of her health, and her multivitamins seemed like a safe place to start. Joan prided herself on her routine: wake up, light stretch, breakfast, and medications. Among them, a daily warfarin tablet prescribed after a mild clot last year, and next to it, a cheerful-looking multivitamin labeled Heart and Bone Blend. She never gave it much thought. It was just vitamins. But 6 weeks in, something changed. A strange tightness in her chest, shortness of breath. Then, a rush to the ER, and the news no one expected. Another clot. Her INR, the number that measured how well her blood was thinning, had dropped unexpectedly. But she hadn't missed a single dose of warfarin. That's when the pharmacist asked a simple question. "Are you taking anything with vitamin K?" Joan blinked. "Just my multivitamin." That was it. Vitamin K plays a vital role in blood clotting, which is why medications like warfarin exist, to slow it down. But when you add vitamin K to that mix, even in small amounts, it can quietly undo the medication's effect. Most seniors don't realize how common this is. Vitamin K hides in innocent-looking labels: bone support, healthy aging, or just multivitamin. It's rarely front and center, but in the body, it can create a tug-of-war between supplement and prescription, one thinning the blood, the other trying to clot it. The danger isn't loud, it's subtle. It builds slowly, invisibly, until a clot forms and makes itself known the hard way. Joan didn't need to stop eating leafy greens. She didn't need to fear vitamin K forever. She just needed consistency. Her new approach was simple: no vitamin K supplements. She kept eating spinach and kale, but on a regular schedule, not randomly, and every label on every bottle. She read it like it mattered, because now she knew it did. Sometimes the harm isn't in what we take, it's in what we take without realizing what it might be undoing. 3. Vitamin E. He wasn't reckless. He followed the rules. He just wanted a little extra protection for his heart. Frank always thought he was being proactive. After all, he was in his 70s, still sharp, still driving. And when a friend mentioned vitamin E for heart health and memory, it sounded harmless, even smart. He added it to his morning routine without hesitation. No prescription, no need to ask questions. It was just vitamin E. At first, things felt normal, but then the fatigue started creeping in. His heartbeat felt slower, his energy dipped. His doctor adjusted his digoxin, the heart medication he'd been on for years, assuming age was the cause. But it wasn't age, it was the vitamin. Few people talk about it, but high-dose vitamin E, anything over 400 IU, can quietly interfere with how certain medications bind in your body, especially medications like digoxin. Vitamin E displaces these drugs from their protein-binding sites, meaning more of the drug floats freely in the bloodstream, more active, more intense, more risky. In Frank's case, it was increasing the potency of his heart medication without anyone realizing it. He wasn't overdosing on digoxin. He was undermining the system that kept it safe. The symptoms were subtle, a little dizziness here, a slow pulse there. But had it gone further, it could have meant fainting, arrhythmia, or worse. When the pharmacist finally spotted the interaction, Frank was stunned. He had no idea a simple over-the-counter capsule could throw off his entire cardiac rhythm. He didn't need to fear vitamin E forever, but he needed a better filter. Now, he gets his vitamin E from food: almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach. And if he ever considers a supplement again, he checks the dosage carefully. Under 200 IU, no stacking, and only with his doctor's approval, because what's meant to help shouldn't have to hide. Sometimes it's not about what's in the bottle, it's about what that bottle forgets to tell you, especially when your heart is listening so closely. Have you ever taken a vitamin thinking it was completely safe, only to find out later it might interact with something else? Comment. That surprised me if one of these has ever caught you off guard. I'd love to know. 4. B vitamins. She never imagined a vitamin could clash with her medication. She thought her B complex was just boosting her energy. Pat loved her morning ritual: a glass of water, a bowl of oats, and her colorful B complex vitamin. She liked the idea that she was feeding her cells, like giving her body a little jump start to tackle the day. And for a while, it worked. She felt clear-headed, steady, even proud. But over time, strange things began to surface. A little dizziness while bending down, a nosebleed that lasted longer than usual, and one day, a bruise on her forearm that seemed to appear from nowhere. She shrugged it off. Age, maybe, until her doctor looked at her INR, the number that tracks how thin her blood is, and frowned. It was too high. She hadn't changed her medication. She hadn't missed a dose, but something was making her blood too thin, and more vulnerable than ever. The answer wasn't in her prescriptions. It was in her vitamin. B vitamins are essential, no doubt. They help with energy, mood, metabolism. But some, like niacin, vitamin B3, can block the very liver enzymes that metabolize blood thinners, like warfarin. When those enzymes slow down, the medication becomes stronger than intended, not because the dose changed, but because the body's ability to regulate it was suddenly impaired. That's what happened to Pat. A simple, well-intentioned vitamin amplified her medication, silently, steadily, until it put her at risk. She didn't need to fear B vitamins. She just needed to know when they were helping, and when they were quietly pushing too far. Now, she gets her B levels checked, she avoids megadose blends, and if she needs a supplement, she takes it at a different time of day, away from medications, with a light meal, and only after a conversation with her pharmacist. No more stacking, no more guessing. Because not all nutrients play well together, and sometimes even the good ones need space to do their job safely. 5. Iron. He didn't feel sick, just a little tired, and taking iron just in case felt like the responsible thing to do. Tom believed in covering his bases. He wasn't sick, but he liked the idea of staying ahead. So, along with his daily aspirin and fish oil, he added an iron supplement, just in case, just to be safe. After all, fatigue can mean low iron, and he'd felt a little more tired lately, slower to get moving in the morning. So, he picked up a bottle from the pharmacy shelf, iron for energy and vitality, and started taking it every day. No test, no questions. Weeks passed. His energy didn't improve. Then came the headaches, the bloating, a strange heaviness he couldn't quite explain. It wasn't until his doctor ordered a ferritin test, the one that measures iron stores, that the real picture appeared. Tom wasn't anemic, he was overloaded. Here's the thing no one talks about. After 60, especially for men and postmenopausal women, the body stops losing iron the way it used to. There's no more monthly cycle, no surgical bleeding, no intense physical activity. So the iron we consume from food or pills doesn't get flushed out. It gets stored in the liver, in the heart, sometimes even in the brain. And that stored iron doesn't sit quietly. It oxidizes. It triggers inflammation. It quietly wears down the organs meant to protect us. This is called iron overload. And it often comes not from excess, but from assumption. Tom didn't need more iron. He just needed to know his levels. After stopping the supplement and adjusting his diet, his energy gradually returned. His digestion felt lighter. And most importantly, he felt in tune with his body, not blindly guessing. He still takes his vitamins, but now he tests first. Because protecting your health doesn't mean doing more. It means doing what fits your body right now. And sometimes, what you thought you were missing was actually building up in silence. The right vitamin in the wrong body becomes a toxin. You're not doing anything wrong. But after 60, your chemistry changes, and your supplements must change with you. A little knowledge can prevent a lot of harm, and sometimes doing less protects you more. Comment "safe supplement" if you learned something today, or tag someone who takes supplements without reading the fine print. In our next video, we'll break down the 3 supplements that are safe, backed by data, senior-friendly, and actually helpful for energy, bones, and memory. Don't miss it. Hit subscribe and join us on your journey to smarter aging.